Hello and welcome to another edition of Interview with DJ Nocturna. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment if you like this interview. My interview is with, he's back for since most of the last time we talked was 2 years ago. Ryan Policky, A Shoreline Dream. Yeah, it's always good to see you. It's been like we were talking. It was 2 years ago. Believe it or not, on Facebook, you know the I posted some, the interview. It showed up today in the feed. So it
Crazy.
must have been about the same time, right?
Yeah. Well, it's great to see you. Yeah, it's amazing. 2 years. It goes by so fast.
I did you plan it to have to for this interview to 2 years like in the same time?
Through the day. Yeah, I
Amazing.
was like, it's got to be exactly the same day. Just like some magic will
Yeah, no.
happen.
Well, it's always good to see you.
Great
I
to see you.
know um I know you're coming out with a new album again. This is
Yes.
to be your sixth studio album.
Yeah. I
And
know, right? It's crazy. We've been around for quite a while now. It's
I
weird to
know
think
since
about it. It's like
2005, right? When you formed the band.
2005. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
So Loveblind, that's the new album.
Loveblind. Yeah, I like that title.
Oh,
You
thanks.
tell us about the title. I was gonna get to that, but yeah, I mean, anything with love on it, it means a lot. So
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's just so easy to go through life, um, not even realizing you're blind to it, blind to the love that's being shared to you by everybody around you, by these relationships that you acquire in life. And it just kind of like all hit me at once. And it was a perfect title for it, just because it's so easy to just forget about all the people that love you.
yeah, that's very true, right? Especially after the 2 years that we had.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Very, very
we
much.
just lost touch with people. I
Yeah.
mean, we were so far apart from everybody else. I mean, I believe it or not, I started this YouTube channel at that time.
Wow.
I mean, this
All right.
interview. I mean, I had my YouTube channel, but this particular interviews I've been doing every single week. It started
Yeah.
around that time when everybody was just so separated, and
Yeah,
I
and
guess we connected.
everybody turned into kind of like a digital phenomenon, like everybody was their own
No,
little digital person in their own different spaces, and you forgot the humanity behind everybody. It's good to get back into actually seeing people again.
yeah. So tell us, I know you and your there's two of you.
Yes, Erik Jeffries, and we have all we've been together since we were in a goth band back in '97 even. So we were in a band back then called Pure Drama, and yeah, we've kept it going. We're still doing it, so we're still collaborating.
Yeah, and I know you just released your first single.
Yes.
It's
Yep.
called Alarm Stop Ringing.
Right. Exactly. Yep. And just
Mm.
shot that video up in Victor, Colorado, which is a crazy ghost mining town
No, I
in
wanted to ask you
Colorado.
about that. That's really intriguing about. I didn't know anything about Victor. Was it named after Victor Frankenstein?
I don't think
I
so.
know that's not true, but I just thought that was a connection I made with it.
Yeah, it might as well be, because that place is like super, like it's got a haunted vibe as soon as you get there. I mean, it's that whole place burned to the ground at one point back in the late 1800s, and
Oh,
they rebuilt it, but it has all this weird presence of that burned down city kind of vibe. It's crazy. And
so is that like a town in that
it's a
area?
town. Yeah,
Oh,
it's over by Pikes Peak, Colorado. So Pikes Peak is like the really well-known international place, because it's that huge mountain, and it's right on the side of it, and it's a gold mining town, so they still actively mine gold there. and,
oh,
and it's also kind of become like this cool little like weird ghost town thing. And there's a hotel there called the Black Monarch, where they have done they gutted it out and made it a total goth hotel. It's like every room is totally pitch black, and they're like all themed.
Really? Wow.
Every room's themed
Oh,
on a different serial killer.
really? Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, the Black Monarch. And this is, so this is part of your this setting is part of the video, right?
You're
For
right,
this.
exactly. Yeah, the hotel room that at the Black Monarch that is in the video is based on Tesla, because Tesla used to visit this actual building back in the day. So when he was around and he was near Colorado Springs, he would come to Victor, Colorado, and he would stay here. And they themed that room off of Tesla. So that's at the end of the video. There's like some antlers on the wall, like a skull on the wall and stuff. That whole scene is there at the Black Monarch. And then there's another place right next to it that used to be a brothel, and it's called Best Little Boarding House, and we shot some of the scenes in there as well.
So this place is open to the public.
It
And
is totally,
you
yep.
could, like, hang out, and I mean it's a hotel, right?
It's
Oh,
a
that's
hotel, yep. So you can book a room whenever you want. Just go on down there and check it out. It's amazing.
you know, they have some astrology conferences over there in Colorado.
Oh, okay,
That
yeah.
might be a good place to. I don't know how far it is from where that conference is, but
It's pretty
I'll,
close. It's close to Colorado Springs, but it's
uh,
like 2 hours from me. So it takes about 2 hours to get there from Denver.
oh, okay. Oh,
It's
that's
worth
it.
the trip though, because it's such a cool place.
Yeah, it sounds like it with all the rooms in black. I don't know if I want to sleep there all for maybe one night.
Right? Yeah, yeah. It's
I think
but what's crazy is that the place that I actually stayed in. So we shot there, but the place I stayed in was at that Best Little boarding house. And my room was based on Dolly Parton, and there was Dolly Parton pictures all over the walls.
oh
And
wow.
that was worse. That's probably worse than being in an all black room, because I just could not sleep because I kept thinking, oh my God, Dolly Parton is staring at me right now. And I was just looking around. I'd
So
wake up during the night. Yeah.
does all the rooms have different personalities in each room? Is that what it is?
Yeah. That's what they do. They do that with every room in there. So that the Best Little Boarding House is
Oh,
based on country music stars. And then
oh.
the Black Monarch is based on serial killers and Tesla.
So this album, how many tracks do you have
Oh,
for
we
the
had it's 10,
10?
11.
So
Is
you
this
released one. Are you releasing another one before I know the release date is coming up in next month,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
23rd.
We'll have another single releasing. It'll be the title track, Loveblind.
Oh, it'll be
Yeah.
this. Okay. And well, when is that going to be released?
I don't know the exact date yet. I think it's going to be at the end of this month. I'm pretty sure it's right at the end of this month. Shauna is scheduling all that.
Yeah,
But I believe that's the case, is we're going to
yeah.
go around like August 27th or something like that.
And of course, big shout out to Shameless Promotion PR always.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, she's helped out so much.
So this song, the one that you released, what exactly do you want to tell us what that's about a little bit? Or you want
Yeah,
to?
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like the town, the hauntings. That's why I thought it was a great vibe for the visual of it. It's based upon being haunted by your past relations in life, and maybe not taking advantage of those relationships as much as you should. Whereas this person who's in the video and in the song and who it's about is just somebody who's recollecting those feelings of, well, what could have happened with this person? What could have happened with that person? I really wanted to be with this person, and always, and just those memories of that haunting you just for the rest of your life. You can't sleep, you can't think, you can't go anywhere. This guy goes to the middle of nowhere, and it's like he can't shake it loose. It becomes ghosts. They're ghosts of your past, but they're still living. So these are like living ghosts. So the song is about living ghosts.
Well, it is so appropriate for that particular location that you filmed the.
Right. Yeah. And that became like the album art is one of the mines that's there. So that's like the building there at Victor. So the whole album kind of revolves around that theme of that. That's why Loveblind, the same thing. It's like, you
Mm.
know, those relations from the past coming back to haunt you, and which is definitely something that came up a lot during coronavirus time period, thinking about it all the time for myself, because I'm still a single person. So I mean, a lot of this is definitely based on me and my experiences in life. So that song is definitely hits hard because it's written, you know, almost first person.
Mm. So how would you compare this album with the other albums you had? I know you had 5 in the past.
Right. Yeah. It's really interesting because, you know, we've been considered a shoegazer band for
Hmm.
so long, and we've kind of hit these progressive elements in a lot of our albums, but this one I think almost dives back more into the goth time period, more of like the what spawned A Shoreline Dream to begin with, because I was such a huge fan of the first Dead Can Dance album, and like that vibe and that sound and that energy that came from that album. You know, it's got this raw kind of like
Mm.
really syncopated sound with like more upbeat approaches to the music. And I think that more than a lot of the other albums, it's really it's more upbeat than any of the other albums, but it's more dark. It's darker than a lot of the other albums. It's more in the goth time.
Yeah, I
So
noticed it's really upbeat.
yeah, so I like this song is like one of the fastest songs that we've done,
Yeah.
you know, BPM wise. So yeah, I think that's what separates it. It still has that progressive. I consider us more of like a progressive goth band.
Hmm.
Um, you know, shoegaze still has that wall of sound kind of element to it. I don't
Yeah.
know what shoegazer is still to this day, even though we've always been considered that. But it still has that spatial quality to it. But it's just way darker elements, and we've done a lot over the last few years, even. So
So originally, I know you guys are from Barnum,
yes,
and I know we talked a little bit about Barnum before. So both of
yeah,
you guys met there,
we
or you
met
guys are
here.
from there? Yeah.
Well, we met in Denver because we worked at the same place. We worked at an advertising agency, me and Erik. And
Yeah.
that's how I found out that he was a guitarist. And it was like, oh yeah, I got this goth band. I need a guitarist right now. Would you be interested? But we've always centered the whole experience and what our writing and our recording here in Barnum, Colorado. And it's not really a city, it's not a town, it's a neighborhood called Barnum, but it was owned by PT Barnum. He's the one who originated it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I always like to play that up because I love the fact that PT Barnum started this whole area. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Is I'm in the studio where we actually record all our stuff and have been writing all our material.
Colorado is a lot of historical stuff then, huh?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Colorado has so many crazy things about it that you would never know unless you came here. Like I've been recently been going down to this place called La Garita Caldera, and it's where one of the biggest super volcano explosions actually occurred on our planet.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
When you go down to this place, it is amazing. The mountains are all like blown to bits, and it's all just crazy, huge cliffs, and it's really interesting. There's so many things about Colorado I love because it's just got so much weird stuff in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So so this album will be coming out on Latenight Weekend Records.
late night weeknight.
Oh yeah, late night we okay, excuse me. Late night weeknight records. Okay.
I know it's so hard to say. Everybody always says late night weekend too. Everybody does. It's just like the instant thing in people's brains. It's late night weekend. It's got to be the weekend. Oh, it's the weeknights. Yeah,
Hey, but that's good, right? Because everybody likes that. It's like
yeah,
something we look forward to.
exactly. You're right. Yeah.
And then so it's called Loveblind. That's the LP, and it'll be released September 23rd. And you have another Loveblind will be released soon, the single.
Yeah, in the next few weeks here. So hopefully we'll have the date on that. I think it'll be close to August 27th ish.
Yeah, and then that's good because I'll be playing this interview around that time before I think I can't remember the exact date. Let me see here. I think the day after that the album is released.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Awesome.
September 24th. Yeah, so
Okay. Cool.
I kind of timed it that way because I looked at the recording when you're going to be releasing this, and I go, oh, perfect, perfect.
That's
Yeah,
great. Yeah. So it
yes.
all times out perfectly. We hit
Oh
right.
yeah, yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to I saw the video. Is that the video's out to the public, right?
It is. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
So you can check it out on YouTube and
A
definitely.
Shoreline Dream, and then your website.
Yeah, AShorelineDream.com. You can go to LatenightWeeknight.com too, and you can check out all the new stuff coming out. That's my record label, so that I'm the record label essentially. And
So do you have a favorite track on the 11 songs that you have for the new album?
I think that my favorite song is this one called Harlow Syndrome. It was the very last one, and it happened 2 days before I was done with the album. And it was
Oh,
like it had hit really personal note because I experienced this thing where I was reading about Jean Harlow, who had kidney failure and died at 26. And I was like,
no.
wow, that's crazy. And I was reading all about her. And 15 minutes after reading that, I had the exact same symptoms and I was in the ER. And
Wow.
it was on the anniversary of my dad's passing as well, same day.
Oh, wow.
And I was convinced I was going to die. And they were like, you might have, they told me when I got there that I might be having kidney failure, the same as her. And I was like, ooh, this is really weird. And I survived through it. I can tell you that much. Obviously, I'm still here. But right after I got out of the ER, I was like, I got to write a song.
Yeah,
And that was the song. So I think that's the main reason why I like it, because it has like such a
wow.
personal tie to me. But I also like the way it sounds. I think people will dig it. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess you're not releasing that before the actual release date, right?
No, that one will come
Okay,
out.
okay. So we'll make sure to play that.
Okay, awesome. That'd be amazing.
Okay, well, wow. So do you have anything happening besides releasing the album? Are you planning on I don't know, going on tour later on sometime?
I mean, we'd like to for sure. It's just a matter of if we can assemble the right people to do it, because our band is just me and Erik is essentially at this point. I am working on another project called Alien Gothic,
Mm,
and I almost have that album done as well. That'll be on Latenight Weekend Records as well, and that one's cosmic goth. So,
Cosmic Goth. Oh yeah.
yeah,
So like what,
so,
like planets?
yeah, definitely based upon the universe
Oh,
and the
cool. I like
vibe that
yeah.
you would hear from, if you're in outer space, if you're listening to goth music in outer space, that's what this stuff is.
I like that one. All right. It
Nice.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. So AShorelineDream.com is the website. And then you also have a Facebook page, Shoreline Dream Band.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
Bandcamp, if you go to Bandcamp,
Oh
that's
yeah.
where we have the album up on there right now that you can pre-order it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shoreline Dream on Bandcamp. And then you also have a Twitter page and Instagram and YouTube.
Facebook and
Yeah.
yeah. Yep. And a YouTube. Yep. All
Oh.
the socials.
So this all the tracks in this are written by you and
And
Jeff
Erik.
and Erik.
Yeah.
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 Erik.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, anything else you wanna mention? Did I get everything? I don't know if there's anything else.
I think you got it all. It's
Okay. Well,
awesome to talk to you for sure.
I'm gonna try to make it to that Victor Frankenstein town.
Oh,
I
you got to. It's awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, when you go there, you'll be like, whoa, this is crazy. This place is really, you can do anything because there's only like 400 people that live there in this
Oh,
weird
really?
stretch of,
Wow.
yeah,
400
so
people.
it's like almost a ghost town. It's close.
So the people that live there, were they born and raised there? Is that why they
They
never moved?
had to have,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
they had to have been. Yeah,
And
it's
then
just,
when they had that fire,
uh-huh.
the fire was all over. Did it burn the entire town down? And then they have to rebuild?
They had to rebuild the majority of the
Oh,
town,
wow.
yeah, the main strip of the town. And then
Wow.
that was the main drag, but it's not like a really big town. It's like probably, you know, like a couple miles.
So when you
Yeah.
go there, when you go into one of the bars, do they all look at you like, did they give you that strange stare, you know?
Like, whoa, who are you? But they're really nice.
Oh
They're
yeah.
like, hey, how's it going? But they're like, I've never seen you before. Because there's not very many people that live here. They're
I
all friends. Yeah.
you know, I kind of think of those movies, you know, when you watch a movie and then you're coming into a new town and you're a stranger and, and then you walk into the bar.
Uh-huh.
People are laughing and talking when you walk in, it's like dead silence and they look at you like, what are you doing here? That's what I'm picturing, but I'm sure it's nicer than that.
Yeah, they're at least smiling. They're not looking at you like, get out of here.
All right. Well, you know, congratulations on Loveblind. We're looking forward to playing it and listening to the whole entire album when it comes out on September 23rd on Latenight Weekend Records. I got to make sure I say that right.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to check it out. I hope you dig it. I'm hoping that your
Oh,
audience.
I'm digging the first song
Great. Oh,
so
great.
far.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you'll like it then.
All right. Well, I'm gonna link your other interview with me that we did 2 years ago, but it was only on my podcast. But I'm gonna link
Okay.
it anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
Which is
Great.
good because then you explain it. I don't want to repeat what we talked about in that one, but if
Uh-huh.
people wanted to find out about how you got started and all that, yeah, I'll link it. So it was 2 years ago on this date. There's a lot of strange things, you know, from
I know it just happens naturally somehow. I don't know how that works out, but it does.
that must be a good thing, you know.
It's got to be a good thing. It's good omen.
Yeah, this is gonna be a good album. I know. I'm wishing you the
Awesome.
best. Ryan Policky, A Shoreline Dream. All right, let me
Yeah.
just thank you for joining me. Okay,
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
let me turn this off.
Okay.